What is going on, guys? My name is Will, and if you're new to the channel, I'm a filmmaker, photographer, entrepreneur from St. Louis, Missouri. With every video I make, I aim to inspire, motivate, and push you to reach your fullest potential. Hopefully you feel a little bit inspired and choose to stick around for a while. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more awesome videos just like this one here. Now, today's video is going to be what is in my camera bag. Now, I have a lot of stuff in my camera bag, and I also have a lot of stuff that kind of sits at home and I don't bring on everyday shoots. But I'm going to talk you guys through all of it, all the gear that I use to film and edit everything from client work to a YouTube video. Let's start with the camera that I am using right now on the tripod. Let's dive in. Now, almost no matter what I'm filming, I'm recording on the Lumix GH5. Now, I absolutely love this camera. It has some insane specs behind it as well, which I will link an article down below. Now, some of the big reasons that I love this camera are its ability to film 4K at 60 frames a second and 1080 at 180 frames a second. Now, this is really awesome because you get that super crisp 4K at 60 and you can have that super cinematic 180 frames a second at 1080, and it just is awesome. It also has a 5-axis gimbal on the sensor, so I film a lot of my YouTube videos handheld, and with that, it's so buttery smooth, stable, especially when you're in slow motion. And then if you want to put that on top of a gimbal, it's also just insane. I love this camera. Now, I chose to pair this camera with the Canon 16-35, and I absolutely love this lens. To mount this lens on the camera, I had to get a Metabones speed booster, and the speed booster is really awesome as well because it allows you to get a whole extra f-stop in there at the same time while being able to put this full frame lens on the Micro Four Thirds camera. Overall, dream setup. I love it. It's amazing. Now, my backup camera and the camera that I used to shoot with before I got the GH5 was the Lumix GH4. Now, the GH4 also has some amazing specs behind it, 4K at 30 frames a second and 1080 at 96 frames a second. It doesn't have that 5-axis gimbal on the sensor, but at the end of the day, that's not something you 100% need. If you're shooting a lot of handheld, it is very helpful, but you can always just throw it on top of a gimbal and be just fine. Now, I absolutely loved the GH4 while I was using it, and I still use it today as a backup camera. So no matter where I'm going, what shoot I'm doing, I normally have both of those cameras in my bag. I record all of my audio on this Blue Yeti microphone, and I love it. It has a bunch of different recording features. You can do all sorts of different recording options with it. It overall creates a really clean sound and a lot nicer than the Rode mic that just sits on top of my camera. Now, speaking of that Rode mic, it is awesome. I love it. It gets the job done, and it's awesome when you're just out shooting a YouTube video or vlogging. It's not the most expensive Rode mic out there, and it's not the cheapest, but it definitely does get the job done. I love it. Now, when I'm out on a client shoot, let's say a wedding, I'm going to shoot with this Steadicam right here. It is a super cheap $90 Steadicam off of Amazon. Nothing fancy, nothing name brand, but again, it gets the job done and it's cheap, so why would I spend more money on it than I have to? It works. I'm on the go and I need to record and I need to edit. I carry this laptop with me. It's the Dell XPS 15. It is an awesome laptop. It has some insane specs behind it, just like both cameras. It gets the job done really well and runs all of Adobe products really nicely. It's got a nice graphics card in it, the GTX 1050 and 4K screen, Dell Premiere Color. It's beautiful, creates a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful look, and it's really easy to use when you're editing on the go. Now let's dive into the rest of the stuff that I have in my camera bag. As I said before, laptop, of course, cables, lots of cables, more cables. You need extra batteries for your cameras, 50mm lens, GH4 with the 12-70 adapter. This guy's really nice. You can plug your SD cards right into your phone, and of course extra SD cards. Rode mic, I use this to film YouTube videos and keep on top of my camera. I love it. Again, not the most expensive out there, but it does get the job done. Camera charger, lots of GoPro accessories, and of course the GoPro itself. I shoot with the Hero 5 Black. Lens filters, these are really great. They're especially handy if you need to keep that low f-stop while it's super bright outside. Highly recommend you get your hands on some lens filters. Hard drives are incredibly important. I carry at least 4 with me at all times, especially if you're editing on the go. You need extra space. You need to throw client work on it. It's incredibly important. You can never have too many of them. This is the drone that I carry with me. It is the GoPro Karma drone. I also keep a lot of my GoPro accessories in here. I have an extra drone battery, the Karma grip, gimbal, underwater handle, extra tripod. I throw this in my car and I carry it with me almost everywhere I go, because you never know when you're gonna find a really great drone shot. It's really nice because it zips up in a hard shell case and it's a backpack, so you can just wear it around in addition to your camera bag. These pop voice microphones off of Amazon are really awesome. They can plug into your phone and record audio if you're doing voiceovers or if you're doing an interview. They're amazing, highly recommend, and they're only like 10 bucks. Computer charger, protective camera cover, headphones, cable, lots of pens and pencils, business cards, some more cables, and this is my camera bag. I absolutely love this camera bag. It's got all sorts of spots to put stuff on the outside. In addition to that, so many outside pockets, and then it opens from the back to give you extra protection. It has so much space in it. It has a laptop slot as well, which will fit a 15-inch laptop, all padded. It also has a weatherproof coating. It's awesome. I love it. It has straps that can go around your waist if it gets heavy, and it's a backpack. So obviously the things in my camera bag change depending on what type of shoot I'm going on. Normally when I go to just film a YouTube video, I only bring my camera and my Rode mic that goes on top of it. And that's really it. I sometimes don't even leave the house with my bag. Now, if I'm going to film a public speaker video for a client shoot, I'm gonna make sure and bring those lapel mics. I'm gonna bring this mic if I wanna capture any other audio. I'm going to bring my laptop. I'm gonna bring everything that I could possibly need, tons of SD cards, both cameras, tripods, Steadicam, everything, you know, because then I'm going and filming for that client depending on what that client wants. If I'm sitting here and filming a podcast, I have all of my tripods and everything here in the studio. So obviously, yes, it does change depending on where I'm going. If I'm traveling, I pack that bag so full, it is unbelievable. Sometimes I take some of the dividers out and I can throw clothes in there as well. It really fits everything. I absolutely love that bag. So that's a little hint into what I have in my camera bag. Let me know what's in yours. I'm gonna leave you here with a keep living like a drunk little kid, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.